Hello, welcome to Who Would Win. I'm your host, B. Mitch. Today will be Xana from Lyoko versus Skynet from the Terminator. This one should be a pretty good battle. The reason why this one took a lot longer than my fights always take is because I had to do a lot of research on each character. Xana, I knew nothing about this character. I don't really watch cartoons that much except for the Avengers cartoons, so I had to go back and watch some like episodes from here on YouTube, as well as do some research on Wikipedia. And Skynet is kind of the same thing. I haven't seen the Terminator in years, so I had to go back and watch a few clips of it from YouTube, as well as go to Wikipedia as well for Skynet. But I did do a lot of research, and I feel like now I can give out accurate information and put on a pretty good show. So here we go. I'll be reading directly off of my notes, starting with what they have in common. Both of them are forms of artificial intelligence, and both of them have a high IQ level, being very smart computers. So with that being said, I'll get to their differences. I'll start with Xana first. Xana is, for one, a cartoon and can create monsters, as well as has the ability to launch attacks like manipulating lightning and possessing people by activating towers in Lyoko. And these towers seem to be connected to the real world somehow, even though they're in the virtual world. And the only thing I've seen that can defeat Xana so far is if this virtual girl named Elena goes into these towers and shuts them down. That's the only way I've seen this character be beaten. But anyway, let's get to Skynet and where Skynet would be different from Xana. Skynet is a part of a live-action movie and is built by Cyberdyne and Systems, as well as runs on a cold fusion reactor and is powerless without it. But according to what I've read, the cold fusion reactor is so heavily guarded that nobody has ever gotten to it, as well as Skynet also has an army of robotic troops like the Terminators, and the most recognizable of them would probably be like T-800, that is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, or T-1000. So which one do I think will win between Xana and Skynet? Well, this one will be a pretty interesting battle between these two artificial intelligence, but I think that in the end I'll have to give the win to Xana. According to my research, if the only way to beat this thing is to go inside a tower and shut it down, then how is it that Skynet will defeat this thing? And the only way I've seen people even get and have access to this virtual world is through special computers and equipment. So I have no idea how Skynet will be able to get to this tower and shut this thing down, especially when I've only seen one character, and that being Elena, being able to shut this thing down. So with that being said, Skynet will probably have a pretty good battle here, but in the end, since I don't see any way for it to be able to shut Xana down and defeat it, I gotta go with Xana for the win. But let me know who you think would win between Xana and Skynet. Also leave any ideas for a matchup below. This has been B Mitch, and I'll see you next week with another Who Would Win.